What's up guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm back here at the Orange Buick GMC in Orlando, Florida, and I'm checking out this 2022 GMC Sierra 2500. This is the AT4 HD, the heavy duty one. So today I'm going to take you on the tour of this vehicle. We're going to check out the exterior, interior, we're going to see what powers up this thing. Finally, I'm going to take you for a spin. So if you're ready to go on this journey with me, let's go. What's up guys, we're going to start this journey right up front of this vehicle, and I gotta tell you, this is definitely my favorite part of this. I love this hood. I love how this air scoop is incorporated inside of it, and this huge massive grille. Now this is part of the GMC AT4 series, so this is more off-roady one. So there's some specific elements to that other than the badging that makes it an AT4. So you can, first of all, you can see right at the bottom here, you can have this tow recovery hooks in red at the bottom of it. It's nicely wrapped in this shiny black paint. White is the color of this vehicle. Huge grille, but it is not shiny. It is not the Denali, which would have the chrome on it. This one is more of a toned down. It's more like blacked out, but it also has some polished aluminum features on here. Big GMC logo on it. You can get this illuminated. This one doesn't have it, and then the top of it is nice and shiny black, nicely connects to that white color of this vehicle. And look at the size of these lights. These are absolutely massive, and I have them on, so although you probably can't see it, this one has this LED light right around here, light signature on it, full LED lights. The turn signal is this portion right here, and then you have the fog lights that are just underneath here. But if that wasn't enough, you also have the lights in the mirrors itself, so that nicely illuminates the road ahead of you. It also lets the person who you're following know that you're not joking, you're driving some serious truck. Guys, I want you to see how to pop this hood open. There's nothing crazy about it other than the size of this. When we get this hood up, look, I'm 6 feet tall. I can barely reach up. I almost need like to jump up to get this down, but there's a lot of room in this engine compartment. And let's see what's hiding underneath. Check this out. There's actually two different engine options available for that 2022 2500 HD series, and this is one of them. This is the 6.6 liter V8 gas engine, 401 horsepower, 464 pound-feet of torque. This one is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, I think the more desirable engine option is the diesel option, which is also a 6.6 liter turbo diesel V8 engine, and that produces 445 horsepower, so slightly more, and a massive 910 pound-feet of torque, and that one is equipped with the Allison 10-speed automatic transmission. So that one can tow up to 36,000 pounds, so some serious towing. We're going to talk about the towing capacity on this one in just a little bit. So nice hydraulic hood struts, and then let me see if I can even reach out to close this. Yeah, I got it. Okay, there you go. We'll check it out, guys. It's huge on the side. I mean, this one is the standard bed. This is the 6.9 feet bed, and that the total length of this vehicle is 250 inches long. Now if you opt in for an 8-foot bed, it's going to be 266 inches long. So there's no joke. This is definitely a work truck. It's definitely capable. Now this one is also a premium one, so it offers you a lot of amenities on the inside as well as on the outside to look good, to make it not only a work truck but a fun truck to drive every day. So you can see on the AT4 you have this nice badging AT4 HD right here. It does have the fully loaded mirror. It does have the lights and turn signal on front. Also the mirrors extend for towing. I'll show you that while on the inside of the vehicle. I particularly like the cladding on it. I know a lot of people are not fans of it, but I think it breaks it up really nicely, especially on the off-roady series of it. I'm not too sure about these lights on the side of it, and you can see how much room we have between the wheel and the top of this wheel well right here and this fender. So you can see there's tons of room. There's some nice insulation in here, something that you don't see normally on a lot of pickup trucks. And this is a special suspension for the AT4, so it's more off-road capable. Also has some skid plates underneath it to protect the bottom of this vehicle. Now you can see how much ground clearance it has. Now for some reason this particular one does not have the running boards. I would definitely add some step stools or running boards to make it easier to get into this vehicle, because otherwise you really have to step up in order to get inside of it, which, you know, might not be a big deal if you do it once or twice a day, but if you're constantly working and you're getting inside and out of this truck, that could become, you know, troublesome for some. Now you can see they did include the step for the side of the bed, so if you need to reach in there or if you need to get inside of the bed and grab something, you can easily do that from the side as well as from the back. And we're going to check out the back in just a little bit. One more thing to mention, okay, 6.6 liter V8, that could be misleading, but on the ones with the diesel it actually says 6.6 liter V8 Duramax, and it does say that it does have the Allison transmission, so it's a similar badging, similar displacement, same displacement, but different engine options in here. And everything here is blacked out as far as there's no chrome on here, which looks really good. Of course it does have the keyless entry and the hands-free access. Well, not necessarily, because you still have to press the button to lock or unlock the door, but you don't have to press the buttons on the remote. Let's check out the bed. So we're in the back of this vehicle, and this is basically why you buy a pickup truck, to have this. This is the standard size bed. Before we get into it, let's take a look at the couple details on the back side of this vehicle. Let's take a look at the big lights. Nice bright LED lights. I like how it has that Sierra written inside of the light, and then on the corner, on each side of the corner, there's steps to help you get inside or reach for something inside of the bed. As I said, this is a pretty tall vehicle, so not as easy to do if you have to just reach over like this. Now continue through the bottom bumper, you have a tow hitch. Depending on the configuration of the HD series Sierra, you can have different towing capacities. Now this one is a gasoline engine. Towing is 14,500 pounds, so some serious boat or some serious RV can be towed behind it. But if you opt in for a diesel engine and you opt in for a certain configuration of the bed and the cab, you can tow up to 36,000 pounds, which is absolutely crazy. So what else is pretty cool? GMC logo Sierra right here. There's two buttons. I'll show you what they do in just a second. There's a camera in here, and then this is it. This is the multi-pro gate that's in here, and there's two different buttons. That's one is to open this gate regularly, like if you wanted to open any other gate, and then the second one is to make this more accessible to get in and out. And I actually like this a lot because you can easily get inside of this bed, and if this was too hard, needed something to get your hand on, you can open this handle up and grab onto it to help you get inside the bed. Well, I'm not gonna get inside the bed, but I'll show you what's in there. All right, so a bed is a bed, and you're right, it is. This one has a standard factory AT4 bed liner on it, and you know that it's an AT4 because it does have it embossed in the front portion of the bed liner. It also has 6 tie downs, 3 in the back, 3 in the front, and on both sides, and it does have a regular 400 watt outlet, so if you wanted to plug in your power tools, you certainly can. And of course, don't forget about the lighting inside of the bed. So if you have something and you're working after dark, you can certainly you know, light it up and have more illumination in here. You also have that light on top that you can turn on that shine more light into the bed area as well. Well guys, so if room is something that motivates you to buy this vehicle, then look no more, because definitely you have tons of it in here. You can fit 3 adults here very easily, plenty of headroom, plenty of legroom, plenty of shoulder room, plenty of everything. Now this interior is more just roominess, and I want to show it to you because it's pretty cool. And so we'll start with the door in here, and you can see that it's nicely leather wrapped. This is all leather, this is soft plastic. You have some hard plastic at the bottom of here. You have some different trim inside of here. But here's what makes this an AT4. Check this out. I love this combination. We've seen it in other models. It's an AT4 colors, definitely black and brown inserts. Makes it look very unique. Now what's unique about this also, you can open this up and you have more storage right inside of here. Okay, you can lower this part, and of course you have your cup holders armrest set up, but that's not it. You can also raise this seat, the bottom of the seat up, and now you have a lot more storage. You can do it with both seats or just one. This is a 60-40 split. Now you have heated seats in the back, not a big thing here in Florida, but you do have it. And then what else do you have here? USB-C, USB, regular 12-volt outlet, and then you have your regular vents in here. You also have your cup holders and some storage in the seat backs. Plenty of room, like I said, and it's looking pretty good. All right, let's do a door sound check. Definitely a super heavy door and a super heavy-duty thump on it. All right, what do you see on the door itself? Same setup as in the back. You do have plenty of storage at the bottom of it. I can tell you can put like those big Gatorades inside of here, and we still have some room. Nice trim, leather combination of here, so you have the window controls, mirror controls. Now in addition to the regular mirror controls, you also have the mirror extension. I'll show you how that works once we're on the inside of here. And then you have the luxury amenities like the memory seats, and this is your door handle, and this lock and unlock. Before we jump inside of here, I also want to show you what's on the side, on the left hand side of the steering wheel. And then you have your towing mode, so the towing brake. You have the also your configurations for the automatic all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, 2 high. These are your settings right here. Fog lights, bed lamps, dimmer, and this is your light controls right here. You also have a tiny little electronic parking brake, which is basically where most of the vehicles are going with. Now as far as the steering wheel, this is a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It is manual, so it's not automatic, and then we'll get inside of it to check out some more. But before I jump in here, a couple things. AT4, okay, so you can see that this is an AT4 version. Electric seat controls and this beautiful trim on the seats, AT4 embroidered into the headrest, and then a little bit of storage right on the side here, so you can throw in your phone or anything like this. Let's push the start button, which is located right down here, and let's get this started. So the AC is gonna start going, and we're not gonna be too hot in here. So I gotta tell you, we already went over some of the buttons in here, but I want to show you of how these mirrors extend in case you need to tow something. So see, there's little buttons right here for the mirrors, and if you wanted to extend the mirrors, both sides will extend with the touch of the button. So now you have towing mirrors, so you can see your trailer better. And same button, press it one more time, there you go, they're both go in just like the regular mirrors. You also have, you can see they're split, so you can definitely have a nicer, wider, better view of what's going on behind it than just with the regular single mirror. So this is it. Now if you look at the steering wheel, you do have a multi-function steering wheel, nicely wrapped with leather, and you do have the left hand side controls, basically the cruise control, and this is your heated steering wheel, and then the right hand side controls what's going on inside of the instrument cluster. Speaking of which, you know, let's take a look at the instrument cluster. So this is an old school instrument cluster. It's mostly analog. The only thing you have digital is that little screen in the middle right there. But the analog ones, you have the tachometer on the left hand side, speedometer on the right hand side, and then you have a bunch of gauges on in the middle. So you have the oil temperature, you have the coolant temperature, you have the gas gauge, and as well you have the battery voltage. Now what we can change inside of here, well, let's check it out. So let's hit the menu button, and you can see there's a home button that shows up, and then you can go info, you can have music, you can have navigation, phone, and then different settings. So you can set it up, units, info page options, home page, speed warning, software information, etc. So you have quite a bit of features that are customizable. You know, if it was electronic one, that's cool. That doesn't really bother me at all. Now, okay, so once we're done with this instrument cluster, let's take a look at this dashboard. It's nice, it's leather wrapped, it looks very, very nice. It's huge, it's ginormous, as well as the rest of this truck. And now it has this tiny itty bitty screen right inside of here. So check this out. I wish this was bigger. Now, I mean, they are coming up with the new Sierra 1500 series for 2022, so that's going to be updated. Hopefully they're going to update this one. I'm not saying this because it's too small or whatever, but simply because the competition has it. You know, Ford has this 12 inches, and then the Ram has even bigger. I think it's 15 inches on the Ram. So nice large size screens. It makes it more visible, especially if you're looking at the camera and stuff like this. But this one has this typical GM infotainment system, so we've seen it before, and this one might look familiar to you because it is Android Auto. Now, however, let's check this out and see how the regular screen works. So you have the home button, shortcut button, and you have the regular stuff that you always have, the audio, phone, Wi-Fi, hotspot, trailering. This is something that, you know, if you do have a trailer and you have this package installed, so you can get started. Now, no trailer profile active, you have to set it up in order to be able to monitor it, but it is available for you. And OnStar, apps, climate, camera. Let's take a look at the camera, because that's also important and a safety feature. And it does take up the entire screen, so this is a plus. It's got 3 different modes: regular modes, trailer mode, and then you have the top-down mode for hooking up the trailer. So definitely geared towards work and trailering. Now, I wish, like with the big size of this truck right here and the price range, that it did have a 360. That would definitely help out a lot with maneuvering this massive pickup truck. I like how the vents are incorporated into this middle console. I'm not sure if this is very usable, especially in Florida. It gets so hot that probably everything you put in there will melt. And right underneath here you have your regular volume control. The speakers are okay, they're not too crazy, there's nothing branded on here, but you know, they're not too bad. This is your shortcut buttons, your home and back buttons, those are your best friends, and this is for your radio here as well. This is, by the way, if you don't want to use a touchscreen, which you can also use this dial right here and select the different options that you want to go into. And if you find that, like I did climate right now, you can press it and then adjust it. That's, by the way, how you adjust the climate control if you wanted to do it off the screen. If you wanted to do it the old-fashioned way, there's your regular manual controls for the automatic climate control. Like, as you can see, this is the dual zone climate control in the front, so you have a different settings for the driver and different for the passenger as well. Seats are heated and ventilated, and this is where you control them, both passenger and driver, one and then the other side. And then the bottom row of the buttons right here, there's your hill descent. You can remotely open the gate, and then you can turn off your traction control. You can also turn on that power outlet in the back. Now, this is your trailer brake control, and you can set up the different gains up and down, but we don't have it set up, so we can't do it. And then, of course, you have the USB-C, USB, regular 12-volt outlet, and if that wasn't enough, you have the regular household outlet in there as well. Now, you can see my phone was sitting right inside of there, so there's a lot of storage. You can put 2 decent sized cups in here. The big gulps won't fit. Maybe that's better because people should start eating and drinking healthier. And then this huge console opens up, and look, you can probably put a refrigerator in here. I'm sure if they might have an option, maybe not with this one. Again, USB-C, USB, regular auxiliary outlet, so you can plug in something, and there's an SD card spot inside of here as well. Now, nice space to put your cell phone in the middle here, and then again the cup holders for the back passengers. Now, because it's a huge truck, you not only have one glove box, but you have two, one on top, and that one doesn't lock, and then you have one at the bottom that actually locks, so you can leave your belongings in there, lock it, people won't be able to get inside of there. All right, what do we have up there? Not too much. We just have your regular lights for the interior. There's no sunroof with this one, so this is the interior of it, and let's drive it. Well guys, check this out. We're gonna take this behemoth on the road and check it out how it drives. As always, before I do that, there's a couple of facts that I want to mention about this vehicle. This is the 25 Series HD AT4, and this is as basic as it gets. So basically no other equipment was added to this particular vehicle, and a 59.1 without the destination, that's the price of this one. So I'm gonna just list it with the destination in the description below, but you can build it, you can add some more features to the vehicle if you'd like to. One thing that I would definitely add, first thing to add as soon as the dealer didn't have it available, I'll go into an aftermarket place and add it, would definitely be the running board, some kind of side steps in order to get in and out of this car. But there's several different trims of the 2500 Series HD with different engine options, bed options, configurations. So go to a GMC website and check it out, but they do start at 35,900 as far as the base 2500 Series HD truck. Now it's going to be really hard to find the base one like this, but you know, if you build it on the GMC website, you can certainly do that. A couple other things that are important, because this thing is huge. Well, how many gallons does it hold in the tank? We didn't talk about it when I was outside, and that's 36 gallons. So if you need to fill this up, you better just put your credit card in there, turn around, don't even look at it, because it might give you some heart attack. And as far as the miles per gallon, it does have about 14 combined, 13 and 15. That's in the city and on the highway. All right, so is this 401 horsepower engine enough to move this vehicle that weighs way over 6,000 pounds? And we're about to find out. I'm going to take this for a quick spin and see if it's not intimidating. There's so many people that drive it in Florida. I was surprised, because it's one of the flattest states in the union, and yet one of the most popular vehicles on the road are these super big pickup trucks, and then they raise them. It's not that this is just a pickup truck. You know, this one's got 11 inches ground clearance. Some of them had over 2 feet. People love it. I mean, whatever rocks your boat. I mean, that doesn't matter to me, but well guys, there's no hiding it. This is a huge truck. I mean, this is a heavy duty truck. It's work truck, but it's also, you know, a premium one. But the size of it, there's no hiding this front. The hood is so long, you can't see the front of it. I kind of like it that it's grooved and it's got this bump in the middle, so you can kind of have an idea of where it ends. But certainly on a vehicle like this, I would like to see the front camera, the rear camera, the surround camera. That's going to help you, especially in the tight maneuvering. Now, I get it. Once you start driving it and you drive it for a while, you can do it with your eyes closed, but that certainly might prevent some expensive scratches and fixes if you had that option. You know, 0 to 60 on this vehicle is definitely not important. More important is it something that can be driven as a daily driver? It definitely has substantial power to get you going. I mean, it's certainly not going to break any records as far as speed, but you know, if you can tow, you know, 14,500 pounds and you have a big boat, you definitely need something like this, or maybe the diesel option would even be better, because it does have tons of torque. Over 900 pound-feet of torque on the diesel. This is insane, and it can tow, you know, anything basically. All right, let's see the turning radius right here. Well, it's a huge truck, so it's going to have a little bit larger turning radius, but it's actually better than I thought. I mean, I was able to turn around without any issues. And let's see if we can accelerate here a little bit. All right, well, it keeps on moving, gets you going, 60 miles per hour. Definitely, I mean, it would be a work truck. Oh, let's see the braking on here. Surprisingly well. I mean, I didn't slam on the brakes, but I saw the light changing, so I mean, there was not too much time to react, and I stopped just fine without, you know, nose diving or without feeling like I was losing control of this vehicle. So but definitely keep in mind that is a large truck. Overall, you know, I think it's a great vehicle. I'm excited that I got to do this review because I'm also going to be reviewing the Ford F-250 very soon. So at least I'm going to have some comparison, as I haven't done a 3/4 ton truck yet on my channel. So this is the first one. The F-250 is going to be another one, and then we're going to try to get the heavy duty Ram on the channel as well. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you like videos like this. If you made it so far in this video, please consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.